Welcome back to finals day here at the Kumamoto Masters. The three doubles have been concluded, and it's only the two singles that remain. And we'll start with the men's singles, and the Asian Games gold medalist Shi Feng of China are up against Leong Jun Hao of Malaysia. The Malaysian not seeded. An extraordinary run for him through to today's final. But look at the quarterfinal stage, 7 different flags, making it the most diverse of all 5 disciplines. All 4 quarterfinals went the full distance, as you can see. And here we are at finals day with Shi Feng against the Malaysian Leong Jun Hao. Well, this is the race to the World Tour finals as it stands at the moment, and I can tell you that the top 6 remain the same after this week in Kumamoto. Antonsen and CHN have definitely qualified, so they're safe in the knowledge that they will be in Hangzhou next month. The Asian Games gold medalist and the All England champion from last year, Shi Feng of China. His 3rd final of the year. He lost in the final of the Badminton Asia Championships in Ningbo, and also lost in the final of the Singapore Open to his teammate and now world #1, Shi Chi. Well, the surprise package of this tournament has been, without any shadow of a doubt, this man, Leong Jun Hao of Malaysia. It is almost 7 years since he was last in a World Tour tournament final, and that was at the Thailand Masters when he came through the qualifying back in 2018. This is his first final at this level of tournament. This, of course, is a 500 event, a tier above the level where he reached the final in Thailand. He'd never been past a quarter-final prior to this week here in Kumamoto. And as you can see, this is a 4th meeting between these two players. And Shi Feng has won all 3 of them.
Receive.
And Leong Jun Hao has not even won a game against his opponent of today. So I think I'm correct in saying, Steen, that Leong Jun Hao won the toss of the coin and chose to start the near side of the court. And surprisingly, Shi Feng chose to receive.
Indeed.
Thank you. Well, the Asian champion, Shi Feng, is 24 years of age, from Nanchang, the capital of Jiangxi province. And yes, his height has changed since yesterday. He's gone up to 185, which is what I thought he was, which is about 6'1". Currently number 9 on the world ranking, has been as high as 3, a total of 13 weeks. Now looking at his path through to today's final, twice taken the full distance in the first round against the winner of the Japan Open, Alex Lanier from France, and then in the quarterfinal, a man promoted from the qualifying, Chi Jin. But look at that semi-final against the defending champion, last year's winner here, 2-time Olympic champion Victor Axelsen, 2 straight games. So to the Malaysian, Leong Jun Hao is 25 years of age, from the Malaysian capital of Kuala Lumpur. That equates to 5'8", and his world ranking at the moment is 4 places down from his career high of 27. Well, what a difference a year makes, because last year he played this tournament and he lost in the qualifying rounds. Didn't even make it to the main draw. Now look at that. All 4 matches have gone the full distance. Beating the Olympic silver semi-finalist Lakshya Sen in the first round, then Watanabe, then Naraoka, who was the silver medalist at last year's World Championships, and then Jonathan Christie, the All England champion, coming from 10-17 down in the deciding game against Christie. So when you add up his entire time on court, Leong Jun Hao has been on court for exactly 5 hours. Umpire for this one is Kevin Barn from the United States of America, and Leong Jun Hao from Hong Kong, China, is the service judge. So 5 hours on court in comparison to this man, who has been on court for 3 hours, 37 minutes. So the Malaysian on court for 1 hour and 23 minutes more than his opponent. Well, they're both like modern-day mummies, aren't they? They've got more wrapping and strapping on them.
The sports tape manufacturers are licking their lips.
Malaysia. And on my left, Shi Feng, China. Leong Jun Hao to serve. Level, play.
So the unseeded Malaysian, Leong Jun Hao, who's today trying to become the 4th different men's singles player from Malaysia to win a Super Series Grand Prix Gold or World Tour title, joining the likes of Lee Chong Wei, who won a staggering 56 titles at one of those levels. Lee Zijia's won 6, and Liu Darren just 1. Given the amount of time he's been on courts, so Steen, I think it's a tall order for Leong Jun Hao today.
There's not much that speaks in his favor in this final. Let's put it like that. Never taking a game off Shi Feng.
In 3 previous meetings.
Yeah, and got by yesterday, but only barely so when he's got extra strapping on his right thigh today, where he got cool spray on trailing 14-9 in the decider yesterday.
3 love.
Obviously worked wonders though, because he came back from 10-17 down.
We've seen it over and over again.
Yeah.
Shi Feng, he's acted quickly when he got a good offer on a batch of pink sports tape that apparently nobody else wanted. He's had the full strapping on throughout the week, but he's played better and better.
Now, we had a brief look at the race to the World Tour finals as far as the men's singles is concerned, Steen, and Victor Axelsen was not on the list, the top 10.
Yeah.
But of course he gets an automatic invitation, having won the Olympic Games earlier this year. So basically we're looking at the top 7.
Yes.
And Shi Feng at the moment is 15, but by virtue of being in the final, he's going to go up to at least 8. If he wins today, he'll go up to 7. And very importantly, that will mean he overtakes Lu Guangzhou, who currently is the 2nd ranked Chinese player on the list, so he's down at 10, so he wouldn't be a qualifier anyway, which means that Shi Feng is giving himself a very good chance of qualifying for the World Tour finals.
If he wins today, then he controls his own destiny. He just have to win next week as well, then he's in. And less than that can do it.
Definitely less than that can do it.
someone lower than him is not performing better than he's in if he wins today.
Good rally. Oh, that may have been going wide. Perfection. Oh, there's a challenge
Leong
here
Jun Hao challenges
from
all
Leong Jun
in.
Hao. But Steen, quickly, it's even more complicated than that, because if you look at the number 7 player on the list, he's played 19 tournaments. That's Leong Jun Hao. The number 9 on the list, Nishimoto, he's played 18 tournaments. Liu Guangzhou, 15 tournaments.
Yeah.
And it's the best of 14 tournaments that count.
It is.
So as far as Li Shi Feng is concerned, because this is only his 13th tournament, whatever he gets next week, his points will be automatically added.
Yeah.
No, until it stops.
Now he wants some strapping. I think he's grazed his finger there. Oh, it's worrying if you're a Malaysian fan that 7 points into the match and already there's an injury problem to Leong Jun Hao. Ivan Paconi, the tournament referee, in attendance with the medic. Of course, blood injuries under the rules of international sport do have to be treated immediately. For obvious reasons, which makes it very difficult to understand why the medic isn't wearing surgical gloves. Well, we all knew he had a huge amount of talent, this man from Malaysia. Because back in 2017 he won the silver medal at the World Junior Championships in Yogyakarta, losing out to Kumamoto in the final, who is now the very reigning world champion and Olympic silver medalist. And he only lost in 3 games in that final at the World Junior Championships.
One, play.
Nice.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Fantastic retrieval by Li Shi Feng.
Super rally.
Service over. 2-6.
Wonderful control at the front of the court from the Malaysian. Why do you think he's struggled playing against Li Shi Feng? Is there something in the style of play that he finds difficult?
I think Li Shi Feng, if you look at it overall, then his technical skills are probably higher rated than Leong Jun Hao's. Jun Hao's got a really, really good smash, but if the shot quality, which is when Li Shi Feng is in good shape, his shot quality is very, very good, then I suppose it could be difficult for Leong Jun Hao to sort of set himself up for these attacking opportunities. And I guess that's also part of what's taken time to develop, sort of getting into the senior level. First of all, the defense to withstand opponent's attack long enough, but also the skills to set himself up. Lots of strapping on his arm as well. We saw that yesterday. Both elbow and shoulder strapped as well.
Well, Shi Feng has given the umpire a severe look, as if to say, did he take that before it crossed over the net? And the answer is no, I don't think he did.
Good defense.
Nice.
4-8.
It's an amazing transformation in fortunes for the Malaysian, isn't it? Because prior to this, he'd lost in the first round of his last 3 tournaments. In China, then in Finland, then in Denmark.
Yeah. And here is Yogendran Krishnan, who's now in charge of the practice for Leong Jun Hao, and he said that the reshuffling of the coaches in Malaysia had taken him a little bit of time to adjust to. So that's perhaps one of the explanations.
Service over. 9-4.
Well, they're both making a claim for dominance at the front of the court, aren't they?
Yeah.
To the mid-game interval with a
interval.
7-point advantage, Shi Feng. Only 11 minutes played, and we've had a medical timeout in that as well.
Some of the strapping is coming off the legs of Leong Jun Hao. I'm watching Shi Feng and his coach, but on the other side of the court, Krishnan is helping remove some of the tape. I think he's got the tape on the thigh.
Perhaps the strapping on the thigh a little too tight and restricting movement. Hence why it's been removed.
Play. Service over. 5-12.
I've noticed that there's more and more disagreements about whether to change the shuttle or not in recent months than there used to be. I can remember Lee Chong-wei, anybody asked to change the shuttle and he'd say, yes, of course. Yeah. I like a new shuttle. Maybe players more aware of the emotional or mental impact if you refuse to do what your opponent wants.
I think you're spot on there. I think it's becoming a part of the mental game in the game.
Yeah, I agree.
We also we saw earlier on Shi Feng looking at the umpire because Leong Jun Hao killed a shot off the top of the tape. That's also become more and more so almost mandatory that you should question the call. Oh, that was over the tape. That was illegal.
Brilliant. What a remarkable defensive shot from Leong Jun Hao.
6-13.
Here it comes. Look at that. Brilliant. Went for the attempted kill. Didn't make it. And found himself in all sorts of trouble.
The first game yesterday against Jonathan Christie looked a lot like this for Leong Jun Hao. I misread it as I thought he was almost running on empty, but he was just sort of focused.
Oh, look, he's stretching his calf muscle.
Yeah.
I assume both these, I know that Shi Feng is entered next week, and I assume the Malaysian is entered as well as his team.
I think so.
14-7.
Yes, he is. He plays Takuma Obayashi in the first round, and Shi Feng plays Chico Wadoyo.
So all that could change, couldn't it, under the new rules, that if seeded players pull out, then the next highest ranked player is moved into a seeded position and players move around.
Yeah.
We can't really tell in advance who's going to play who, even though the draw has been done, because it could completely change.
15-7.
Did this week, didn't it? With Anthony Ginting pulling out, so Watanabe, who had been at position 12 in the original draw, got moved down to position 28.
And one of the question marks in my mind is, will the top seed, Shi Yuqi, will who play? And what about Axelsen? He looked also a little bit worn yesterday, like he would need a break.
Well, I'd love to see Shi Yuqi back, and it depends on his health, though, because last we all heard was that he was stretchered off court, having collapsed during a domestic team competition. I don't want him to be back on court unless he's fully fit. But it would be lovely to see him playing and wanting to play again.
Yeah. And in fact, the first player in China Masters to move into a seeded position, if any of the seeds withdraw, is Shi Feng. He's number 9 on the seeding report.
So that's what I was alluding to, because Was Anthony Ginting a seed?
No, he's number 10, and he's not coming. We know that.
We know he's not coming.
Vititsan is the seed. He said that he was still nursing an injury here following his loss.
That's well wide.
9-16.
Lost to Chiu-Jen.
Well, all we need is a scoreline of 10-17, and then my money is on the Malaysian. He couldn't do it 2 days running, could he? Why not?
He's looked strong 2 tournaments in a row now, where Shi Feng looked good in Denmark Open as well.
That's well taken.
Service over. 17-9.
Yeah, Denmark Open, he lost in the quarterfinal stage in 3 games to the eventual champion, Anders Antonsen. Oh, that's going
Missed.
wide. Oh, yeah, challenge
Leong
that.
Jun Hao challenges called in.
I saw it as a fraction wide. Caught the line.
Challenge unsuccessful.
So he's got no challenges left, the Malaysian.
18-9. Play.
Well long.
19-9.
Well, there's been a sort of inevitability about this opening game. Leong Jun Hao has never really threatened. But there again, he didn't in his opening game against Jonathan Christie, which he lost to 10.
Exactly.
9.
But it is game point opportunities for the Asian Games gold medalist Shi Feng here in the opening game of this men's singles final.
Service over. 10-20. Game.
Well taken. 21-10 opening game.
Won by Shi Feng. 21-10.
21-10 in 22 minutes, the opening game for Shi Feng. But if you're a Malaysian fan, that's the exact scoreline that Leong Jun Hao lost the opening game of his semi-final by when he was playing against Jonathan Christie. 1 game to the good, the Asian Games gold medalist.
Menang diri sendiri. Jangan kisah itu. You main sampai you boleh main. Dan cukup. You dari sekarang main macam ni, dia pun tak takut. Dari you main macam tu, maybe you boleh tukar pusing and you can come back. You faham tak? Sekarang you main control main, adjust. You pun tak boleh main game. You lagi susah. Sekarang jangan kisah tu. What happened later we think. But now you go in and play your game. Tangkap hantam. Sebab kenapa? Gini orang nak selepas you sudah masuk ke game hantam itu idea sudah banyak. Tapi kalau you main satu-satu, itu game lagi. So this is the one. Don't care about what happen later. Display apa, itu lain. Tapi sekarang masuk main you main game dulu. You main target sekarang mau menang satu set. You tak pernah menang dia satu set. Hari ini you menang dia. That is your goal. You improve dekat sana. It will give you a confidence. Go for it.
Players on the court. Thank you. Lead on court.
So 1 game to the goods. And the number 7
Second
seed,
game.
Shi Feng.
Love all.
22-10 that opening game against Leong Jun Hao of Malaysia.
Yeah, come on. Service over. 1 love. Service over. 1 all.
And this is where we'll see shot quality become important. Can Shi Feng maintain high quality in his shots? Then it becomes difficult for Leong Jun Hao.
That's a beauty.
Yeah.
Service over. 2-1.
Well, Shi Feng hasn't won a title in over a year. That Asian Games gold medal was the last title that he won.
Oi. Lucky save.
Service over. 2-all. Service over. 3-2.
They're still vying for control of the net, aren't they?
Yeah.
Neither man prepared to back off.
Oh, no challenge
Leong
there.
Jun Hao challenges called out.
Yeah, good challenge.
Correction in 4-2. Play.
Three winners from the long backhand
5-2.
corner.
it's drifted wide.
Yeah. And that's where he needs to stand. Li Shi Feng needs to stand that far forward
3-5.
as he did in this rally. Brilliant.
Yeah, nicely done.
That's how to do it.
4-5.
Well, it's been a good run for number 7 seeds. 2 number 7 seeds have won 2 of the last 3 Super 500 men's singles titles. Korean Open, it was Liu Guangzhou, and the Arctic Open, CHN was the number 7 seed and won.
Is Shi Feng 7th seed here? Yeah.
He is the 7th seed. Mind you, we haven't had an unseeded winner of a men's singles title at this level, 500 level, since Wen Hongyan won the Australian Open last year, so that's well over a year ago. Wen Hanyong also, of course, won the China Open this year as an unseeded player. Missed it.
So that means that he hasn't been that consistent.
No.
6-5.
Yeah,
play by Li Shi Feng.
it is. But
7,
to me, it's
5.
becoming noticeable that Leong Jun Hao, his reactions are just a fraction slow. And that's, I'm sure, because of the fatigue. But it makes a huge difference, like on that defensive shot.
Yeah, definitely.
Fraction of a second, literally.
But
slow.
he's still dangerous.
Yeah.
We've seen that.
Yeah.
But Li Shi Feng, he's the last 3-4 rallies he's played really clever. Whenever he's at the back line, he's played it downwards and really been alert forward so he can get to the front court and have lots of options, even playing flat to the back court of Leong Jun Hao. And that means that it's difficult for the Malaysian to get the right opportunities for his big attack. And Lee has also targeted, as you mentioned, Jill, the defense in the backhand side of Leong Jun Hao. Super.
Service over. 8-6. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Brilliant. Wonderful play from Li Shi Feng.
9-6.
7 of the last 8 points now to the Asian Games gold medalist. Nice net shot.
And this was one of the differences to yesterday, where Jonathan Christie was more content in playing clears back at Leong Jun Hao, and I think in the end that cost him. Now Shi Feng is a little bit easier off here today because of the accumulated fatigue with the Malaysian.
Nice net shot.
Service over. 7-10.
I don't believe it. What a shot from Shi Feng. That is extraordinary. Under real pressure. Look how low he takes that. And he plays the perfect cross-court net shot. That's amazing. Brilliant. And it means that he's at the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. 11-7 in the second game, having already won the first.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Hả? Này hả?
Seven. Play.
So 11-7 the advantage, having already won the opening game to the Asian Games gold medalist Shi Feng. And perhaps more importantly, he's won 9 of the last 11 points, make it 10 of the last 12.
12-7.
And that is very worrying if you're either Leong Jun Hao or a Malaysian fan. You know, I said that I felt there was an inevitability about the opening game.
Yeah.
I'm getting that same feeling again now.
Yeah. I think we should have seen more from, a little bit more from Leong Jun Hao, but also, I mean, I really think strategically, tactically, Shi Feng has played this second game so brilliant. This is textbook. We've talked about it all week, that you cannot always play the backcourt just because you play against the drift. Sometimes you have to also consider what is it the opponent wants.
But I think that extra hour and 23 minutes on court to get to this final has finally caught up with Leong Jun Hao. That's gone wrong at the back line.
15-7.
Yeah, his coach trying to encourage him. But I think that the signs that he's resigned to his defeat here. Yeah.
I think you're right.
16-7.
But he gave it a shot in the opening here.
Definitely.
And it was up to this man to counter it.
And I think overall, I mean, I think Leong Jun Hao has been an absolute revelation in this tournament here in Kumamoto. I think he's been a joy to watch.
And if we think 1.5 years ahead, then it seems like Malaysia could be building quite a challenge for the Thomas Cup if they can get Eun Se-young healthy.
Oh, that's a wild one. Very good point.
Service over.
Yeah.
Strong doubles.
8,
Lee Shi-jun,
16.
now Leong Jun Hao, and some youngsters
Okay.
also lurking a little bit lower down the ranks. Justin Ho.
Yeah, Justin Ho. He's, in fact, didn't he have a good first round match here this week against Lee Si-jia? Went to 3 games.
Yeah.
Brilliant speed. Wow. That is fast from Lee Shi Feng.
17.
What an acceleration towards the net. That one.
Landed on the back line.
9-17.
Well, that's a pity,
Yeah.
because his opponent was backing off from the nets. Had that have gone over from Leong Jun Hao, that would have been a winner. Super.
19.
There's just nothing left in the legs of the Malaysian.
No.
Physically a spent force.
And also, given his previous results against Lee Shi Feng, then he would have
Yeah.
had to play at the top of his game.
Service over. 10-19.
Another one lands on the back line.
11-19.
Deception again.
Match point opportunities for Lee Shi Feng
Match point.
to win his
11.
first title since winning gold at the Asian Games last year. Oh, another one lands on the back
Service over.
line.
12-20.
I like this character shown here, Steen.
Yeah,
There
he
is-
doesn't
he-
give in.
He's not giving in. physically, he's a spent force, but he is refusing to quit. Match points down, still battling on. I really like that. That's super. And Li Shi Feng wins his first title of the year. 21-10, 21-13, the margin of his victory over Leong Jun Hao in 44 minutes.
Match won by Li Shi Feng, 21-10, 21-13.
So his first World Tour title since winning the US Open last year, which was a Super 300 event. Here we go, watch this. Whoa, I love it. The hands-free cartwheel by Li Shi Feng. Learned to do that when he was training as a youngster for Taekwondo.
Wow.
He was a provincial standard at Taekwondo. How lucky we are that he's chosen badminton, so, because he's a big asset to the sport. Former All-England champion, current Asian Games gold medalist, and now here in Kumamoto, he wins his third World Tour title. Confirmation of how he did it, 21-10, 21-13, Li Shi Feng beating the Malaysian Leong Jun Hao in 44 minutes. Absolute delight for the Chinese player Li Shi Feng.
We will now begin a awards ceremony for men's singles, the HSBC BWF World Tour Single 500 Kumamoto Master Japan 2024.
ただいまより HSBC BWF ワールドツアースーパー500熊本マスターズジャパン2024男子シングルスの表彰式を行います。
So to the prize presentation for the men's singles finalists.
The runner-up, Malaysia, Leong Jun Hao.
Leong Jun Hao has taken a huge step forward in his fledgling career this week here in Kumamoto.
Men's singles, the winner, China, Li Shi Feng.
Li Shi Feng of China. A third World Tour title to go with 2-1 last year, the All-England Championships and the US Open.
We will present the medals. The president is Mr. Takashi Kimura.
His first title
Kumamoto
at
Prefecture.
500 level when contesting his third final at a 500 tournament. But for Leong Jun Hao, almost 7 years since he was last in a World Tour tournament final as an 18-year-old back in 2018 when he went through the qualifying draw to reach the final of the main draw at the Thailand Masters. But a proud moment for Li Shi Feng. First title in well over a year. Beat the Olympic champion in the semi-final. And looked superb in today's final.
の贈呈です。プレゼンターは熊本一日新聞社代表取締役会長川村邦彦様です。
Thank you, Mr. Kunihiko Kawamura.
川村会長、ありがとうございました。
Next, we have a photo session.
続いてフォトセッションです。
Shi Feng was inviting his opponent up onto the top of the podium, but I think the photographers still wanted some formal photographs prior to this rather more informal. But it is a week, I'm sure, that will live long in the memory of Leong Jun Hao. A terrific week here in Kumamoto, beating the number 2 seed and the number 4 seed, Jonathan Christie, en route to today's final. But as Steen was saying, quite frankly, Shi Feng tactically was playing a brilliant game today. And with the physical exerts that had been left on court from the Malaysian in his 4 previous matches, it was really rather one-sided today. So the men's singles champion takes leave of centre stage, and we look forward to our last final of the day. And on paper it promises to be an absolute thriller, because it is the defending champion Grigoria Mariska-Tunchun, who's also the Olympic bronze medalist, up against the 2-time former world champion and home favourite Akane Yamaguchi.